Hi everyone, I'm here to make some Christmas tags. This is probably my one and only Christmas project. I'm not in the Christmas mood. It's a week till Christmas today and I've done no shopping. So, Christmas tags. I'm just taking, I think that was a darkroom door stamp set. No, I break for stamps. I love that set. It's gorgeous. I'm just stamping it with some sepia archival ink. And I just cut these tags, these pieces of paper from a manilla folder, a file folder, and now just creating them into a tag, making them into a tag with the We Are Memory Keepers chompers. One was the angle and one was the corner chomper. This is a really old set, not a good set in terms of quality, but it does the job. It's great for Christmas tags, this one. And just vintaging it up with some vintage photo distress ink and then following it up with some walnut stain distress ink on the edges. Quick and simple. It's my motto this year. Well, for 2018, I think. And just punching some holes with the crocodile and adding some jute twine. And voila, it's done. 3 simple ones, same sort of design on there, so mix it up. There we go. Number 1 done. So I did a few different designs. Oh, I didn't colour the back of that one. Must get that out and do it. I did on that one. I love the sepia and the vintage photo ink together. Alright, so I thought I'd just paint a tag now. This is Derivan Matisse Australian blue gum. I love that colour. It's gorgeous. So I just painted both sides, and that was the end of the painting. I thought I was going to just do a complete painted tag, but no. So I'm just taking some Hero Arts Hero Hues white ink and stamping it on a Crafty Individuals. No, it's not. What is that one? Penny Black Christmas Story background stamp. Love it. The white tends to fade a bit. I probably could have embossed it, heat embossed it, but I'm adding heat embossing to it anyway, so I just left it. And this is a Recollections stamp set that I think I must have bought while I was over in the States, and it's a cute little set. So I'm just going to stamp the ribbon bows with some VersaMark ink and then heat emboss it with some Queen's Gold embossing powder by Ranger. It's probably my go-to gold embossing powder. A bit off center there, but hey, you get that. And now this is a set of 3 baubles that I thought I would mask off and put them individually, stamp them individually between the bows. So I just used some sticky tape to mask off the ones I wasn't stamping. There we go, there's one. It's a bit time consuming doing it this way, but you know, it's a bit different. Gotta push yourself. Here we go, going to do the outside, the other opposite outside one before I attempt the middle one. And it's a good thing to wipe them off and dry them before you go and do the next one. So I just wiped it off with a wet baby wipe and then dabbed it dry with a bit of paper towel. So now I'm inking up the middle one. And voila, how pretty does that look? So this is a CD's stamp. They are so old, they're not on any cushioning or anything, they're just plain rubber. But they do the trick every now and again. That worked not too bad. So back with the Recollections stamp set now. And this is the Merry Merry stamp set by Recollections. And I'm using the silver embossing powder now, just to break it up a bit. And this is a stamp from Dilutions, Stocking Fillers. It's a stamp and stencil set. It's a pretty bow. A bit big, but it does the job here for me. And I just did the to and the from, and they're from the same Recollections set, the Merry Merry. And now I grab a dotted line, and this one's from Avery L, the Merry and Bright set. Now I didn't want the dotted line to continue over to the edge, so I just took a bit of paper, or cardstock in this instance, used some post-it notes to attach it there temporarily, and inked it up with some VersaMark ink and heat set it with some silver embossing powder, and voila, that one's done. Well, apart from the chomping of or creating the tag. So the angle chomper, I think it's got the photo corner on it as well, and this one's the 1/4 inch corner rounder chomper, and the crocodile, and I'm just using I think it's the 1/8 inch hole, and then just grabbing some gold ribbon from my stash and tying it in a bow, and voila, that one's done. Bit of work involved in that one with the embossing, but it's pretty. All depends on what style you want. I think I did 4 tag sets in this video. Alright, move on. So now I thought I'd mix it up a bit and use some distress oxides. Haven't used them in a while. And took a white piece of cardstock this time. And I'm using Faded Jeans and Salty Ocean Distress oxides. And this is also cut down to 4 inches by 2.5 inches. All the tags that I did today in this video were that size. Now I'm going to spritz it with water, just give it some texture, some interest. And that's basically all that's done to that background. Very effective. So here I go again with the heat embossing. Don't know what it is lately where I'm grabbing for that. Anyway, So I inked up this tree. Now where was this from? This was a Hero Arts Swirl Christmas stamp. And putting some white embossing powder on there. Heat setting it. I think this is a very quick stamp, a very quick tag. Now I'm going to do the Merry Christmas at the bottom of that tree, but I have to separate the Merry and the Christmas. So again, I'm using some sticky tape to mask off the words and do them one at a time. Again, just with the white ink. So I don't think I used too many different stamp sets. So you just grab a stamp set that you think you can mix it up, mix a couple of them up and just go for it. Do different styles like this one with the distress oxides. I'm still doing the heat embossing, but hey. So there, I think that's, oh no, I do a star. I grab it from where? The star, where's the star from? Oh, there we go. Hero Arts Swirl Christmas stamp set. It was in that same set. So now with this craft sheet I've got underneath here, what I'm trying to do is not move the tag around too much so that the ink gets back on the opposite side, the underside. I wanted to try and keep it as clean as I could. So I just spritz some water on that side as well. And again with the heat embossing. And again the paper extra Christmas tree tag already with the to and from words on there. Nice and quick this one. Heat setting it and then punching the holes and cutting the angles and the corners and then adding some ribbon and it's done. What do I use here? Yeah, just plain old white. It's very pretty, that tag. Now you can keep the length of the ribbon and put a knot in it towards the ends, the cut ends, and you could hang it on the tree or whatever. You could put a pocket on it and slip a card in it. A gift card. Right, making tags is a good way to use up your paper stash, your bits and pieces. So all I'm doing here is cutting some 3/8 inch strips of pattern paper, and this is from the Carter Bella Christmas Day pad, the 6-inch pad. And so once I cut them all into 3/8 inch strips, I decide then to cut them into the lengths. And I started off with, and I put the measurements up here, 2 1/4 inches is the bottom, and then as we go up, 2 inch, 1 3/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, half and 1/4. So we go down 1/4 inch in increments. And then I don't center this exactly, but hey, who's going to look at that? And I'm just using Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to adhere them to the white cardstock. And that was just a little, probably a 1/8 inch, maybe a little bit more, strip by whatever length it needed. So the angles and the rounded corners are done. Now I thought it needed something on the background, so I'm using the Distress Oxide again, this time in peeled paint. And then I spritz it with water and dab it lightly with a paper towel. And that's the front done, I think. Yep, so I'm just stamping Merry Christmas on the back with some Ranger Olive archival ink. And then this was a stamp by Unity Stamps from the Oh Joy set. And then again sticking with the peeled paint Distress Oxide around that tree. And then I had to put the to and the from. So I had another set of to and from, so I separated them so that in the from, where the white section of the tree was, you could see it more clearly. So simple, bit of ribbon, tie a bow and call it done. I think that's it. So I don't think I'm going to be able to upload any more videos this year. I have got two. One of the tag challenges and then the journal page based on the tag challenge, and that'll go up tomorrow, and that's it for Christmas. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone of my subscribers, viewers, for all the likes, subscriptions, and all your comments and support throughout the year. Thank you so much, and I will be back in 2018 with what I have no. But anyway, have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you next year. Bye.